Yes, if you are ready to
Yes,
jump
Father.
into the session.
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Thank
And
Yes,
yeah,
you.
Father.
somebody commenting wanted 20 days class. Yeah, we'll see. One this week, we'll see how many will respond. You can contact the admins, especially Manju, Shibu, and Helen. And you can tell them how many of you are interested. Then maybe from next Monday, we will think of starting if you give me the information within 3 days, because I need to adjust my schedule as well. Okay, ready, yeah, yes. So we are going into reading part C. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Oh, sorry.
Yes, Father. Yes,
At
Father.
Yes,
Can
Father.
YouTube, I'm concerned about YouTube
Yes,
people.
sir.
I'm concerned about YouTube, whether they can see at YouTube, because there will be a slight delay.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father. YouTube also visible. Yes, it's all clear. Thank you.
Yes. So reading sample 4, text to Alzheimer's. Okay. OET reading skills, sorry, Alzheimer's from a new angle. Question 15, para 1. Today we will be dealing with one question in detail. Then later, if you have the stamina, we'll go, may not be in that detail, but we will see, analyze what is sufficiently required for finding the answer. But this question number 15, the para 1, the first question, I have not selected. The first question itself I have taken. And this is the question, you know. Just could you somebody read the question, only the question and the question stem and the answer options?
In the
Can
first
I?
Yes, Father.
paragraph,
Okay.
it is suggested that Dr. Longo feels
Louder.
annoyed that certain Alzheimer treatments are not approved by not approved for human use. Option B, concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A 31 may prove ineffective. C. Surprised that so little is still known about what causes Alzheimer's. Option D. Frustrated by the lack of progress towards treating Alzheimer's.
Okay. Now question analysis approach. First is the most important aspect is the question analysis. You should understand the question first. Unless you understand the question stem and the answer options, which means you must be able to identify the hedging words, which also means keywords, main words in the question stem and answer options. Then only you will know what is expected of you or what are you reading for. There should be a purpose for reading. Okay. Now hedging words in the question stem, the concept, to understand what is the concept being asked. And then if there is a name, definitely you have to focus on the name as well. In the answer options, concept-based hedging words and differentiating hedging words. There will be two types of hedging words which we will be looking into. All that doesn't mean all the options should have these two types. Okay. Some of them may have only one word each in all the four options. But whenever you need, when you have concept-based keywords and differentiating keywords, you can look into both. If you are competent, maybe just by looking at concept-based hedging words, you'll be able to get the idea. So in the first paragraph, it is suggested that Dr. Longo feels. For the beginners, in the first paragraph, it says, as soon as you get the material, you have to number the paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. Because when they say in the fourth paragraph, you need not count again. You can suddenly swoop into fourth paragraph without wasting your time. And time is your greatest enemy, and you will definitely beat that time. So it is suggested that Dr. Longo feels. Okay. So I have already highlighted here to save time. See, these are concept-based hedging words. In the question, first paragraph important, suggestion. Suggested is important. Dr. Longo is important. Okay, there is some instrument which is not muted in at Zoom. Please mute. Please mute. Otherwise, admins can send them away. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So here, what Longo feels, this is also a feeling, about feeling. We say reading for emotions of a person. You'll be reading for the emotions of a person. So The concept is annoyed that certain Alzheimer's treatments are not approved for human use. So the concept is treatment, right? Main concept of the first option. Second option concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A hyphen 31 may prove ineffective. So drug is the concept. So treatments and drug is same. Both refer to treatments. And third one, surprise that so little is still known about what causes Alzheimer's. So this is speaking about causes. And fourth one, D, frustrated by the lack of progress towards treating Alzheimer's. Again, treatment. Yeah. So three options are about treatment. One is about cause. What are the causes? So when you read, you should know what does the paragraph speak about the treatment. What does the paragraph speak about treatment? For example, here, not approved for human use. Okay. May prove ineffective. Treatment is ineffective. Maybe you can highlight those differentiating words. Let me check. Okay. It's not helping me. Let me check whether I can. Yes. Cool. Where are we? Here. See, we will highlight not approved for human race. This is differentiating hedging word. And the second one, ineffective, may prove ineffective or ineffective. Third one is little is known about the causes and lack of progress. Lack of progress. These are known as differentiating hedging words. The green ones are known as concept-based hedging words. Yeah. Here, what does the paragraph speak about treatment? When you, as you read, you should find out what does it speak. Does it speak about the treatment not allowed or approved for human use? Or does it say the treatment is very ineffective? Or does it say the treatment is not progressing? There is a lack of progress. And also here there is another thing about the feelings. As I said here, first paragraph is important. Suggestion is important. Suggestion of somebody suggested. Then the name is important. And also if need be, when you are competent, you know, just by looking at the emotions, you can find the answer. See, this is emotions. What are the emotions here expressed in the options?
Annoyed.
Annoyed, yeah, that's one emotion.
Concerned, surprised,
Is he annoyed? Is he concerned? Is he surprised?
And frustrated.
He frustrated. What is his feeling in the paragraph? What is his feeling in the paragraph? So you see, you have three types of clues here. Maybe when you are competent, one is enough for you. Okay? If you're competent enough to understand the feelings of the writer, you can just go with those four words: annoyed, concerned, surprised, and frustrated. From the tone of the text, you will understand whether they are annoyed, whether they are concerned, or surprised, or frustrated. Okay? So let's go into it. I see if this can be, if the system reads it. Let's listen for the treatment. What does the paragraph speak about the treatment? And what does it speak about the causes?
As chairman of the Department of Neurology and Neurological Sciences at Stanford University School of Medicine, Dr. Frank Longo knows how destructive Alzheimer's can be. The disease was discovered in 1906, but despite more than a century of research, including the testing of over 200 new drugs in the past 2 decades, there are still no real treatments. As Longo says, we've cured Alzheimer's in mice many times, why can't we move that success to people? He's referring to numerous promising compounds that have eliminated the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's in animals. However, if ongoing trials continue to go the way he hopes, his new drug, called LM11A31, could be a critical part of finally making that happen.
Okay, this is also a listening practice for you. Now let me know, does it speak about treatment somewhere?
Yes.
Which line?
Last.
Third,
Second.
third line for the disease was discovered. There is no real treatment in the middle of the fifth line.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there are no real treatments. Okay. Then anything else about treatment?
His new drug after contrast to its
Yeah.
last one.
However,
Yeah,
however,
new drug called could be
yes,
the
Alan.
crucial part of final making it
yeah.
happen.
Yes. Anywhere else? Anything about treatment connected with treatment? Any synonyms or synonymous expressions?
And new 200 new
Cured,
drugs.
cured Alzheimer's and
Cured, yes. Cure is also similar, right? Yeah.
treatment.
Then somebody said something else.
200 new drugs.
200 new drugs. Yeah. 200 new drugs. Okay. So what does the paragraph speak about as a whole?
Drugs. Treatment.
Treatment.
About causes or about treatment?
Treatment.
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 Do they speak anything about causes?
No.
No, this
No.
is about treatment.
So causes can be eliminated, right?
Eliminated.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Then now the thing is, see, now you'll have to think this way. So whatever is in the beginning as chairman of the Department of Neurology and Neurological Science at Stanford University or Muller's University or your hospital or some other hospital, we are not bothered. They are the subject complements.
Subject
Okay.
complement.
Whether this man, Dr. Frank Longo, is working in Stanford University or Cambridge University or Oxford University, does it make any difference about Alzheimer's treatment? No. Right?
No.
So these are known as subject complements, which you can simply eliminate.
Eliminated.
It should not focus on those things. They are not necessary at all. So the topic sentence could be this one. The main sentence, first sentence is this. After this, subject complements. Dr. Frank Longo knows how destructive Alzheimer's can be. So the main concept is it is destructive. For example, COVID-19 is very destructive. Okay? Then we say maybe cancer these days is very destructive of humankind. Why? Because we don't have real treatments. Okay? So we are not able to treat the patient. So such argument, does it say annoyed or concerned or surprised or frustrated? There are no treatments, my dad is sick and there are no treatments, no medicines, there are no good doctors, even
That is
staff.
frustrated.
Yeah, frustration. Yeah, that's what I said. If we can understand the tone of the paragraph, that's why we call it reading for emotions. The tone itself says which is the answer. Frustrated. Okay. When you are speaking about the treatment, the disease was discovered in 1906 is not important. That's not important because we are speaking about treatment. Okay. So disease was discovered. It's not important at all. Despite more than, there is one more thing. In detail, I'll be showing again. But then you see here, despite more than a century of research, including the testing of over 200 new drugs, the past 2 decades, there are still no treatments. Could you tell me what is this? What I'm highlighting now in yellow? This as a whole, after contrast word, is a complex sentence. Complex sentence. Complex sentence usually starts with despite, although, even though. So, despite more than a century of research, including the testing of over 200 new drugs in the past 2 decades, you see, even inside this complex sentence, this is again complements. This is again complement, right?
Yes.
This is explaining what? explaining the research. Okay, research including the testing of our that parts of result. So even if you read, despite more than a century of research, there are still no real treatments. You can ignore those complements, those secondary explanations. They are called secondary explanations, explaining what is said in the previous part. Speaking about the research, what does it include? So that's how you summarize the paragraph. That's why I'm telling you, if you are not competent, be patient and try these steps. I'll show you step by step. Okay. Now, there are still no real treatments. There are no treatments at all, real treatments. But then here it says, which one? Annoyed that certain Alzheimer's treatments are not approved for human use. But the text says there are still no real treatments at all. Without having treatments, can you approve it for human use?
No. No, sir.
Yeah. So what happens? This is
also
eliminated because it says not allowed for human use. Okay. It's not allowed. There is no real treatment to approve for human use. There are no treatments at all. As long as says we have cured Alzheimer's in mice many times, why can't we move that success to people? Why can't we move that success to people? Again shows frustration, right?
Yes, sir.
Frustration.
Yes,
Oh, see, we are trying so much, and we are able to treat this in mice and animals, and why can't we do that with human beings? And people in Kerala or Tamil Nadu are doing it. Why can't we do it? Okay, frustration. So he is referring to numerous promising compounds that have eliminated the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's in animals. You see, here, this is again secondary explanation. He is referring to numerous promising compounds. Applying what? Why can't we move that success? What is the success? That is being explained here. So this is also known as secondary explanation. Secondary explanation, which you can ignore. However, if ongoing trials continue to go the way he hopes, his new drug called LM11A31 could be a critical part of finally making that happen. Yeah, that is one step ahead. He is speculating, his hope. His hope. Now, two are left. Concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A31 may prove effective. May prove effective. What does it say?
Still not
It's opposite. It say may prove ineffective, but in here
Ineffective.
there is hope that it would be effective.
Yeah, hopes the new drug called could be critical part of finally making. It means you can remove that one. Could you remove that one person who's now muted and doing some household work? Please, such people, please don't enter Zoom. Okay, you can definitely attend at our YouTube live. Okay, so that you don't disturb the whole crowd. Maybe you aren't very familiar with the system. It's cool. Once you are familiar, you can join here. Okay. So does it say, we'll come back to that again as we are going to analyze step by step. So let's go ahead with the next step. We'll be doing with this. We'll be trying to understand the whole thing time and again. See, these are the questions. Now you see this is the paragraph. So ignore subject complements. Ignore subject complements. By practice, you will understand when you read itself, you will ignore it. You will not concentrate on those things. That will confuse you. Then complex sentence, focus on independent clause. See, this is dependent clause. Despite more than a century of research, including all those, whatever comes before comma is dependent clause. And the message will not be, main focus will not be on the dependent clause. You have to focus on the independent clause, which says there are still no real treatments. There are still no real treatments. Speaks about his frustration. So, complex sentence, whenever there is a complex sentence, focus on independent clause. If there is a comma, what comes after the comma is the independent clause. Independent clause means it can stand by itself. Independent clause versus answer option A. What is answer option A? Annoyed that certain Alzheimer's treatments are not approved for human use. It's not given here whether they are approved for human use or not. But then they say there are no treatments at all. No? There are still non-real treatments. That's what the text says. Answer option says treatments are not approved for human use. So that is not right. Then last is text drug LM11A-31 could be effective versus answer option B. Concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A-1 may prove ineffective. That is opposite. Here they are saying could be effective. Could be, maybe effective. But the option B says may prove ineffective, which means just opposite. Option B says just opposite of what is said in the text. Text says this drug could be effective, means may be effective, probably effective. Perhaps it may be effective. Speculation about the future. In the future, it may be effective, but then option B says it may prove ineffective. So that is also eliminated. Yes. Now you see structure analysis approach. You can take another approach. Structure analysis approach. I'm showing you different approaches. You can choose any one, or if you are finding very challenging the part C reading, go with all these approaches. Try with one text, all these approaches. Until you become competent, try with several texts. Then definitely you will understand how to focus on the important area of the paragraph or the text. So structural analysis means most important information first, then supporting details, then general information. So you see most important information, less important information, then whatever is link, other things optional. So we call it topic sentence, supporting sentence, developing sentence, and conclusion. And sometimes a step forward. Now we said maybe in the future, it may prove effective. So that is one step forward, you call it. So this is known as structural analysis approach. You should find out what is the topic sentence, which is the main idea. Then how does the person explain the main idea with some supporting sentences? Then what are the illustrations or examples or explanations given? So let's put this into practice here. See, this is topic sentence based approach, destructive. Dr. Frank Longo knows how destructive Alzheimer's can be. See, destructive is the concept here. Okay, in the topic sentence. Now, supporting sentence, why destructive? Next sentence is, why Alzheimer's is destructive? There are still no real treatments. So the supporting sentence is, there are no real treatments. Then again, developing sentence says, successful in animal but not in humans. This treatment is successful in animals, but it is not successful in humans. That is a developing sentence, means evidence given. Then conclusion, only hope is this LM11A31 could prove effective in the future. That is a conclusion. Maybe in the future we will have a hope. Let's hope that will prove effective. Is that clear? So this is the structure analysis. Now peel approach. Now you can peel this paragraph, this text, as you peel the banana I am eating. Okay? When you eat banana, you peel it, right? So let's see what is peel. How to peel this one. So P stands for, 1P stands for point. Main point. Next, E stands for explanation. Then next part, E again stands for evidence. Then next part, L stands for link or conclusion. Link or conclusion. Link means when there is another paragraph coming up, this last part will link with the next paragraph. There will be a link between the paragraphs. Now let's see what is the point here in this paragraph. Alzheimer's is destructive is the main point. And explanation, there are no real treatments. There are no real treatments. That's why it is destructive. If there were enough effective treatments, it would not have been destructive, right? They would have healed immediately. So there are no real treatments. The evidence, successful animal, but not in humans. That is evidence given. When you speak something, you should give evidence. When you say somebody is, Matilda is smart, you have to say, why do you say Matilda is smart? Okay, you have to explain. Saying that, how does she respond in the platform, how consistently practice, you have to explain with reasons. Evidence must be given. You should say that every day she participates in the 8:30 discussion. Every day we will see that she comments, she gives her feedback in the comment space of YouTube. comment space, or she responds to various people asking some concerns in the main platform. So those are the evidences. So again, link or the connection, a step forward, only hope. This drug is the only hope. You see how you can peel the paragraph? So try to peel every paragraph. Okay? Find out what is the main point. Find out why that is the main point. What is the explanation given? Find out what is the evidence given. Then see the conclusion or link. So that is peeling. Now, ignore subject complements. Already we explained it. Summarizing approach. Summarizing approach. When you have removed all those complements, you have this paragraph. Dr. Franco Longo knows how destructive Alzheimer's can be. There are still no real treatments. As Longo says, we have cured Alzheimer's in mice many times. Why can't we move that success to people? However, if ongoing trials continue to go the way he hopes, his new drug called LM11A31 could be a critical part of finally making that happen. See, the whole paragraph, big paragraph, can be summarized into this short paragraph. Here you have, what you have? You have the, what is the topic sentence? Let's check. You tell me what is the topic?
How destructive
Sorry,
Alzheimer's
I am not
can be.
able to highlight it.
No, how destructive Alzheimer's can be.
Okay. How? Yeah, how
This
destructive? That is the topic sentence.
Alzheimer's
Destructive
can be.
This is
Alzheimer.
the topic sentence. Contains the topic destructive. Then there are still no real treatment. Is the explanation given?
Explanation.
Supporting sentence. Then as long as we have
Evidence.
cured in Alzheimer's many
Yes.
times, but we are not able to move to humans. So that is
Evidence.
Evidence.
Then, however, if long, that
Yes.
is
Hope.
the link or the connection to
Conclusion.
the conclusion or connection to the next paragraph. So try to summarize in your own words. Maybe you can make it in your own sentence. Every text. Take time, no issues. In the initial stage, you have to be patient. Patient is the key for success. Patient is the initial key for gaining competence. Okay? So take time. That's why I have taken so much time and showing you this on PPT slides. Concept-based approach. What is the concept? There you have to ignore subject complements. Then you have to find this is the concept. What is that? Destructive. This disease is destructive. Then you have to look into why it is destructive. Focus on the independent clause. Then again, like go to the conclusion. That's exactly the structure where you have the concept is treatment here. Concept is treatment. So you have to understand what is the concept that you can understand analyzing the question itself. You have understood the three options speaking about option A, option B, and option D speaking about treatment, and C treating about causes. So treatment is the concept. So understand what is the concept and analyze the text on the basis of the concept. That's what we call it, concept-based approach. Okay. So hope this is clear for you.
Clear.
Yes, Father.
So reading for emotions. Okay, this is how you have to work out. Okay, if you have taken the this one, try yourself. It's the same text, you try yourself. Are you able to do it? Okay, you have stamina to go on, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, you can grab some juice or snacks if you want to enjoy the journey, and in between you can have it. Okay, so that you don't get frustrated.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Now we may not go in detail because we'll have to cover a couple of them. We'll just say somebody please read the question and answer options.
Longo's phrase working.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Continue.
Longo's phrase working at the edges of the problem reveals his feelings that
others researchers. Option A, are distracted by their success with animals. B, are refusing to recognize a key feature of Alzheimer's. C, are afraid to admit the problems they have encountered. D, are focusing on some of the less relevant aspects of Alzheimer's.
Okay, that's cool. Now, since it is a, what type of question is this? Yeah.
Lexical
question for
Yeah,
the
this is a
questions.
lexical question.
lexical.
So you need not read the whole text, right? You have to
Yes, sir.
immediately go where it is highlighted. Highlighted. Okay. One thing, if you know, if you have competency, you know, working at the edges of the problem means not going into deep. Writing on the edges. No, working on the edges. You are doing it on the skin base, not going deep. Do you have any option saying that you are not going deep into the issue?
Just before and after.
D, Father. Option
Yeah,
D,
option D.
less
Okay,
relevant.
option D. No, that's what I said.
relevant.
For general, if you have a bit competency, you can directly go to the answer. Otherwise, what you have, you can just go what is given. Now, you see, we are skeptical about what is actually causing Alzheimer's. Longos is referring to those protein plaques. Most people are working at the edges of the problem, but we are going right after the core of it. What comes after the highlighted word? What comes after the highlighted word is important. If you don't find the answer after the highlighted word, you have to go to the previous sentence. See, now it's a phrase here. Sometimes there'll be one word, referent given, reference questions they call, reference given, it, they. So if the subject is highlighted, the subject of the previous sentence will be the answer.
Answer.
If the object is highlighted, next sentence, you will have the answer in the next sentence. Hope you got it. If the
Yes, Father.
subject of the sentence is highlighted, the subject of the previous sentence will be the answer. If the object is highlighted, the answer will be in the upcoming sentence. Whereas here, this is a phrase, neither the subject nor, but a phrase is given. But then the phrase also answer is given after that. We are going right after the core of it. Just opposite is core of it. We are going, but contrast is given here. So for focusing on some of the less relevant aspects of Alzheimer's, but we are going to most relevant aspects. Most relevant aspects. There is a contrast, you see, working at the edges of the problem and going right after the core. Going into the depth. Is that clear? Come on.
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Yes, Father.
So, you know, C is the answer. And question 17, let's just read the question. Same person can read it so that there's no confusion.
In the second paragraph, what point does the writer make about the drug LM11A31? Option A, it is effective even in the most severe case. B, it is a product of previous research into amyloids. C, it works regardless of the actual cause of the disease. D, it provides little protection against other neurological conditions.
Yeah, now let's highlight second paragraph. If you are a beginner, that's important. Okay, what point does the writer make about? So it's a about type question about this drug. Okay, what does the writer make? Point about the drug LM11A31. So what is the keywords, hedging words in the options?
It's effective.
It's effective.
Effective. Okay. Effective.
Product
Product of previous
research.
Okay. Yeah, previous
Yes.
research. Okay.
Works
It works
regardless.
Hmm?
Work regardless.
Actual cost.
Okay, regardless, yeah, actual cost, regardless of
Actual
actual
cost.
cost, you can say regardless of the actual cost also.
Little
Against
protection.
Little protection
protection.
means no protection.
No protection.
It provides little protection means
No
it
protection.
provides no protection. No protection against other neurological conditions. Now, you know the same second paragraph you had earlier question. Lexical question was from the same paragraph. So reading one paragraph, you have two answers. So it's very easy. Once you read properly, you can. Now you just, I'll give you 1 minute, read this fast and find out what is the option.
Father, not audible.
Pardon?
Not audible.
I have given you time to read. They are reading in silence, self-reading, silent reading to find out the answer. So come on now. Are you ready here? See, you have one name here, name of a drug here, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
So you have to straight away identify
Jump
those
into it.
names in the text, so that it is easy for you to identify the answer. Okay, it will be connected with this. Now, our first name, see, at least lessen its severity. What is it? If they could get rid of that in humans too, the thinking event, they could eliminate the disease or at least lessen its severity. Okay. LM11A31, however, doesn't directly attack amyloid. We are skeptical about what is actually causing Alzheimer's. Okay, it doesn't attack directly amyloid means it is, does it say it is effective?
No,
What does it say?
No, Father.
Doesn't attack means
it is not. It is not.
it is not effective. But this one says it is effective, which is opposite, right?
Yes.
Yes, Father.
So opposite, you can eliminate it. Then go to the next LM11A31. Isn't designed to eliminate every clump of amyloid. Again says it's not effective, but rather to keep brain cells strong, safeguarded against neurological onslaughts, whether they are the effects of amyloid or other factors involved. What does it say?
Works.
D
Factors
option.
means? Factors means?
Causes.
Cause.
Causes, yeah.
Causes.
Factors means? Causes.
Causes.
Where do you have causes?
Option C.
Work regardless of
Option
the
C.
actual
Option
causes.
C.
Yeah, option C.
It works
So
regardless of the
regardless of the factor.
Yes.
actual
Yes.
cause of the
See
disease.
whether they are the factors or not.
Yes, sir.
Whether they are factors or not means we are not bothered with regardless of the actual cause. So what is the answer?
C.
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 See, so that's what I said. You can directly go to the name when there is a name. Here it twice mentioned. First mentioning will help you to eliminate the first option. The second name, immediately after the second name, you have the answer. Okay, that requires a little competency. This is a bit challenging text as compared to many other texts in the sample material, because this needs a bit competency in language, which you have to write down. You have to, if you find it challenging, go through those approaches, different approaches I explained for question number 15. Hope this is clear.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Clear,
Yeah.
Father.
So the answer is
C.
Answer is C.
C.
I am stressing it again because in the YouTube comment space, some people are asking for doubts, which is the answer. I am not sure. So that's why I show it separately and stress it. Now, question 18, para 4. Hope you have some more stamina.
Yes,
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 Father.
Father.
Yes,
Yes, Father.
yes, Father, please.
Okay. Now, somebody please continue to read the question, stem, and answer options.
With the
Can I read?
reference to social networking sites, the writer is illustrating A. How important it is that neurons in the brain are in constant contact. B. How quickly disease can spread from one brain cell to another. C. How easy it is to disrupt communication in the brain. D. How complex the connection in the brain are.
Okay. So, what are the hedging words
Important.
in here in the question stem?
Social
Social
networking.
Social
Social
networking
networking.
sites. It is almost a synonymous of some name, right? Some
Yes,
name
sir.
of some sector. So what you have to do, immediately you have to search for that particular name. Social networking sites. It's a collective name. Writer is illustrating. Okay, illustrating what? In the answer options,
Important.
Important.
How
how
important?
important it is that neurons in the brain are in constant contact.
connect.
Constant contact.
Constant
Important,
contact.
okay. Differentiating is
Yes, sir.
uh,
The disease can spread from
Can
one brain
spread.
cell.
Quickly.
disease, yeah. Disease
Quickly.
can
Spread from one
spread.
From
Yeah, disease can spread. Then
Disrupt communication.
easy to
Disrupt
disrupt
communication.
communication.
Complex.
complex
Complex.
Complex.
connections.
Complex connections. Okay. So you can just silently read 1 minute. Okay. Come on now. What you have to do, you have to immediately go to when you have a name, here collective name, you have social networking site. Immediately you have to go to that name. And surrounding that name, you will have the answer. So it's like their version of your social networking site. So it's referring to something, the previous sentence. For brain cells, their molecular connection to their neurons are their lifeline. See, neurons in the brain are in constant contact,
In
molecular connection to other neurons. Are their lifeline means important.
Important.
Are their lifeline means it's essential and very important.
Yes, sir.
See how beautifully it is written. So you need not read all these things. Actually, I highlighted it before and after slides so that if the topic concept, then next sentence speaks about before slide, the next sentence speaks about after slide. Those things are okay to understand and develop your competency. You can analyze those structures. But then here, when you have a name, social network sites, immediately you go to that name and read that particular sentence. It's like their version of a social networking site. Means it's, what is it's, I said the previous sentence you have to see if you have to understand what is it's, because there's a referent. So for brain cells, their molecular connections to other neurons are their lifeline or lifeblood. Their lifeblood, very important, very important. So how important is that neurons in the brain are in constant contact? Hope it is clear. So the
Yes,
answer
sir.
is
There.
option A. Cool.
Yes,
Next one,
Father.
very easy, very easy. There isn't much that you need to highlight and all that. I'll read it in the question 19. In the fourth paragraph, we learn that according to Longo, LM11A31 blocks certain signals, neurons, brain nerves, amyloid proteins. Only concepts are there, so there is no hedging words required here. Again, in the fourth paragraph, for beginners, fourth paragraph is important. Once you are competent, you don't require that. For beginners, focus on it. Then learn that according to Longo, blocks. This drug blocks what? You have to find out. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Just wait. Sorry, I think there is a mistake. Is that the fourth paragraph? Do you have the material with you?
No, Father.
Father, that is not fourth paragraph.
Just check, because maybe when I was just copying, I missed it.
This one third paragraph. Father,
Okay, okay. Then this must be the paragraph, right?
paragraph start from logo as a diagram of the signal passed.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
so
this
this
is
is the one.
the paragraph.
Okay, let me give me one sec. Okay. I was in a hurry to copy these things and paste and do the PPT, so sorry for the mistake. And I cut it here and paste it here. Yes, this is cool now. Admins, please check and don't admit that person into Zoom again. Admins, are you all there?
Yes, Father.
From the very beginning, that instrument is disturbing. Take note of the name. Okay, now in the fourth paragraph, we can learn that according to Longo, LM11A31 blocks. Name is there. So What should we do?
Directly we have to go to that name, Father.
Okay, so yeah. So directly go to that name, first name. Where is it? Here. And check whether there is something.
1831.
There are 14 in total, and so far he has found that
Halt.
LM11A 31 can
Halt.
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 Halt means block.
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 At least 10. Okay. What are they speaking about? These can ultimately lead neurons to deteriorate.
Neurons.
See, Longo has a diagram of the signals passed among brain nerves that are triggered by amyloid proteins. Longo has a diagram of the signals. These can ultimately lead neurons to deteriorate the signals. There are 14 in total. What signals? 14 in total. And so far he has found that this particular drug can halt at least 10 of the signals. 10 of the
Signals.
14 signals. So what is the answer?
Signals.
Signals.
That's how you defeat the time. Then you need not read rest of the thing. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah. These are known as tips, strategies. Some were asking for tips and strategies. I don't know whether I made the same mistake with other questions. Let me check. Okay. Let me know those who have the material with you. I don't have a hard copy with me. Oh, I think I'll check. Okay. I have one here, maybe. While copying, did I make a mistake? So next one should be in the 4th paragraph, right? Next question. This is 20th?
Yes, Father.
This is
This was
19.
19.
Now, yes, Father. Next 20.
Yeah, next 20. 20 again, is it in the 4th paragraph? Yes. Same paragraph,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
See,
Father.
so it's very easy. Same paragraph, 2 questions. Once you read, you can answer both the questions. Okay. Again, you have the name here. What reservation about the drug is expressed? Okay, reservation. Some doubt. Reservation means doubt, suspicion. So already you have one answer here. So you need not look into this. Correct?
Yes, Father.
First name you did not look into. Second also comes along with the same name in the same context. So you can straight away go to the name here.
The third one.
So
After
here
contrast,
let's see the
clear.
options. Let's see the answer options. Restoration of neurons may only be short term.
We can eliminate. Absolute.
Restoration of neurons. Restoration. Then next, research by Longo's team may have been biased research. Then results from trials on mice may not be replicated in humans. Results may not be replicated. Reversal of damage may not have any effect on the patient's memory. Reversal of damage. Okay. So come here. LM11A31 restored any lost memory. But the contrast word.
The reality
Important.
is that it's not
Okay.
clear.
But the reality is that it's not clear. Means suspicious, doubtful. Synonym of reservation.
Reservation.
Yes. Yet whether the changes seen from LM11A31 restored any lost memory. Do you have the synonym of this anywhere in the options?
C.
Restoration.
May not have any effect on the patient's memory.
Option
Yeah. May not have any
Effect.
effect on the patient's memory.
memory.
Yeah. So you see, you have straight away gone to that name and you stored any. See, yet whether the changes seen, it's not clear. Reversal of damage may not have any effect. It's not clear whether it will have some effect, whether it will restore the memory. Okay, suspicious, reservation. Is it clear?
Yes, Father.
So
Yes,
D is the
Father.
answer.
Yes,
D is
Father.
the answer.
Answer. Yes,
And
answer.
the strategy is that you straight away look into the name. When there is a name of a drug, a person, organization, association, hospital, or anything, instrument, go to the name. Since this name, earlier answer was from this name, you need not bother about that name. You can go to the next one. Hope it is clear.
Clear, Father.
Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father. Yes,
So 21, hope you have stamina for 2 more.
Yes, Father.
Father.
Yes.
Yes,
Now, according
Father.
to the writer, which group is reluctant to accept the dementia is inevitable? A group is a group, speaking about a group, not about a person. It's grouping about a person, group that is reluctant, not ready to accept. Reluctant to accept means not ready to
Ready to accept.
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 Dementia is inevitable. Inevitable means we have to live with dementia. We can't help it. We can't cure it. But some group says, no, we can't accept it. We want to cure it. Which is that group? Is that group referred to patients or to US government or medical professionals or Alzheimer's Association? Now, patients can be that group, medical professionals can be that group, US government cannot be a group, right? Normally, we don't call government a group. Okay? And Alzheimer's Association, these the two are or something like organization, right?
US government?
Yes, Father.
Do we call it association as a group? No.
No.
They have connections, links between them, but medical professionals and patients are groups, two groups in the health profession, two groups relevant in the health profession. I'm telling you, you can use even general knowledge. Let's see whether it is correct. As per our conclusion here in this general terms, you can eliminate these two things which are not relevant groups in the medical setup. Okay? Usually they are not directly involved or they cannot opine, give opinions about treatment. So let's see. Which group? Just read. 1 minute for you.
Professionals, medical professionals.
Okay, what is the answer?
Option C,
Medical
medical
professionals.
professionals.
Medical professionals.
Okay, unpalatable to many medical professionals means
They
reluctant to
are not
accept.
accepted.
Unpalatable means not acceptable. They don't enjoy it. They don't taste it. Unpalatable means I don't taste it. I don't accept it. Reluctant to accept. Whereas US government is starting to appreciate. They already appreciated. Means they accepted and appreciated. But medical professional did not appreciate. Alzheimer's Association will soon issue a consensus statement on how to. Soon issue. They have not issues. Their opinion is not given at all. They may soon issue a consensus statement. Means their opinion is not given. So can we say whether they accepted or not accepted, appreciated or not appreciated? No. Their opinion, they say Alzheimer's Association will soon issue a consensus statement. Means they will give their response. They have not even given their response. So here only possibility is US, the one unpalatable to many medical professionals.
Medical professionals.
Medical professionals.
Clear, right?
Yes, Father.
So easy. So the answer is option C.
C. Option C.
Yeah. They are reluctant to, medical professionals are reluctant to accept. And the last one. Yes, somebody read the question.
In the final paragraph, what does the writer think will start to happen soon? Option A, other non-amyloid focused treatments for Alzheimer's will emerge. Option B, drugs regimens for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals. Option C, prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. Option D, all over 65 will be tested for Alzheimer's.
Okay, so you have final paragraph here. It's in the last paragraph, immediately you can swoop into that paragraph. If you have numbered your paragraph, what does the writer think will start? Think means opinion.
Opinion.
Writer's opinion. Okay. And will start to happen soon. Start to happen soon means prediction in the future. Okay, something will start happening soon means in the future. Future means speculation or prediction. Okay, correct, no? It will start soon means we are predicting or speculating. It may rain soon. The monsoon may start soon means prediction or speculation. Speaking about the future. Let's see about this future tense. Basing on the tense, whether you can identify the answer. One strategy I have taught you, again I'll explain. Other non-amyloid focused treatments for Alzheimer's will emerge. Okay, will emerge. Okay. Then drug elements for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals. Will be targeted. Then a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. Prediction. Yeah, will be developed. Yeah, prediction also. Future. Yes, prediction tool will be. All over 65s will be tested. Yeah. Okay. Now, what does the writer think? What does the writer think? So, 1 minute for you to read. Okay. Got any idea?
Prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed.
Option C, Father. C, Father.
Okay, a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. And in the text, you have the contrast word after that. Some type of discord, as we now have for heart disease, isn't far off. You can eliminate this what comes between commas and read if you don't understand. Then you can read, but some type of risk score isn't far off. Means a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. Do you have any confusion with any other options? About drug regimens, does it speak? Other treatment options? All over 65s will be tested for Alzheimer's. Scans for everyone over their 65 birthday isn't going to run. Is not going to run means opposite of this option. Last option. Okay. Do you have anything speaking about other non-amyloid focused treatments? See, testing non-amyloid strategies as well. Non-amyloid focused treatments for Alzheimer's will emerge. There is no doubt that we need to think beyond amyloid and encourage patients to participate in trials testing non-amyloid. Does it say will emerge?
No, Father.
Will emerge
No,
means
Father.
factual statement. Will emerge means factual statement. If you know opinion and fact, by here it says we need to think. Think means opinion. Think means opinion. Text speaks about opinion. The option speaks about fact. So that can be
Eliminated.
Then drug regimens for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals. Do you have drug regimen?
No.
In an area board, you would want to design a therapeutic regimen. Drug regimen based on the different drug regimens for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals based on the different components contributing to each patient's dementia issues. It will be based on dementia issues, not on individuals. Not based on individuals.
Not based on
Individuals.
So that also can be eliminated. Different concept. So what is the answer?
Option C.
Option C.
The prediction tool.
Correct?
Yes, Father.
So answer
Yes,
is
Father.
option C. Yes. So that's it. So simple and easy. But you have to go step by step, analyze, take all those approaches I taught you in the beginning. For the first question, Joanna, are you getting it?
Yes, Father. I'm struggling with question 19 and 20. That's why I thought we were going to stop. So that's why I mentioned, I thought, can we please do that? But now it's clear. Thank you very much.
19 and 20. 19
Yeah.
is in the fourth paragraph. We learned that according to longer LM 11A31 blocks certain signals.
Yes.
See?
Yeah, I just
See,
confused.
yeah, now the
I thought it
topic
was
sentence.
neuron.
Yeah, topic sentence says Longo has a diagram of signals. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Passed among brain nerves that are triggered by amyloid proteins. These means
Signals.
signals. These means you have to read that way. Signals can ultimately lead neurons to deteriorate. There are 14 in total. Means 14 signals. 14 signals. And so far he has found that LM11A31 can halt at least 10 signals. 10 signals. So halt 10 signals means blocks certain signals. Certain means some, not all. Out of 14, 10.
10 signals are blocked.
Yeah, thank you very much, Father. It's very clear now.
Okay. 20, you have a confusion?
Yes, I do.
20.
But after going back to it, I realized reversal of damage is
Yes,
definitely.
reversal of
Yeah, thank you.
Reversal of damage, yes. So what you have to do, all of you have to take the same material, try it again. Try to understand, analyze. If you are beginners, definitely do all the steps approaches I taught you in the beginning. Okay, different ways and summarize. Then try to teach your child who is in the 6th standard or 7th standard about this particular text, about the paragraph. Try to teach the child what the paragraph is saying. What is the main concept? What is the topic sentence? What is the main idea given? And what explanation is given? Then what is the evidence? And what is the link or conclusion, the structure? Do you need to visit any other slides? Anyone? Smile at YouTube. I can't see you. I am sorry, because we have a limited slots in the Zoom because it's a free platform. I cannot spend too much. So I have limited the classroom size for 100 because we have to pay monthly payment for the platform. Otherwise, you get only 40 minutes, which we cannot move on with. That's why we couldn't admit all of you to the platform. Whenever we conduct classes, so many will be outside and crying and saying we were not admitted, the house was full, classroom was full. Okay, so we allow even Zoom admission, YouTube live admissions. Any could not attend, please send me recording. Yes, we'll try. Yeah, this will be there in YouTube live. No, this recording will be automatically uploaded. Okay. Thank you for this. Different approach methods. Yes, and go to this video. It will be automatically uploaded. It's in YouTube. So you can go to this video and see that those approaches again. Take the same paragraph, try those approaches in your own way, and take next paragraph. I did not choose any. The first one I applied. First one I applied. That's why other things I could not copy very fast. After connecting with you on Zoom, I was trying to copy so many things. Tuck, 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 tuck. That's why there was some confusions. Any slides you want to revisit, or you have any at the YouTube comment space? Admins, please let me know if I need to attend to something. Thank you much further. This is my first class. I am happy. Okay. Geeta Shendil. Yes, you are most welcome. Enjoy the learning. This is really beautiful once you have patience. In the initial stage, you have to go very, very slow. You are practicing reading skill. Like driving is a skill, swimming is a skill. Can you drive? Even if any expert driver teaches you driving, will you be able to drive within an hour or two? No. You will start driving, then it won't even move. You will have a lot of difficulties to start driving, and then it will stop in between. Then again you start. Then you don't know whether to look at the steering or to the clutch or accelerator or brake or gear. You will confuse with everything. Yeah. So any skill in the initial stage, you need patience. You have to go slow. You start driving very, very slow. So also patience is the key to competence. Patience and consistent practice. See, practice is not important. Consistent quality practice. Consistent quality practice. Patient, consistent quality practice. P, C, Q, P. Patient, quality, consistent practice. It means you should be consistent every day, at least 5 days in a week, if possible, every day. May not be very long time, but whatever the time you spend, fall in love with the reading, do it patiently, take time, try to understand, try to translate. Maybe you can Google Translate, copy and paste into Google Translate and try to translate. If you go to Google, if you don't know how to translate, you can go to Google and try it. You can type there Google Translate from English to Malayalam. Then you enter, there you will find two boxes. One box you have to paste this text. Next box automatically will have Malayalam translation. Maybe slight difference will be there. That's cool, you can understand. Or Hindi translation or a Kannada translation. So sometimes try to translate and understand if you don't understand. However, don't go forward without understanding. So shall I stop sharing the screen and you can interact with me if you have any concerns? Yes, I'm here. Cool.
There was a
Thank you,
command
James,
in
Father.
YouTube for that.
Yeah,
Like,
Shanmuga,
please
you wanted to
run.
say something?
There is a command in YouTube comment space while you are taking classes that
Yeah.
says they passed with all 4 B's in all modules.
Okay, congratulations. I don't know who it is. Do you know the name?
Adu,
Congratulations. If you want to share your experience, you are welcome at YouTube. If you want to join the Zoom and tell us, share your experience, you can join now. Can somebody give me the Zoom link at Telegram so that I can paste here? If they want to join, can you put it in admin panel, the Zoom link, my Zoom link,
yes, Father.
admins,
Yes, Father.
so that admin not search, I can go. If you have a handy, anyone has handy yet? Because I don't use the link. Whoever has it, please post it at Zoom link. Okay, that's cool. Okay, one sec. Got it. So many. Yeah, thank you. And I'm posting it here in the comment space, YouTube comment space. Let me check if I can post. Chat publicly, yes. Paste. Yeah, this is the YouTube Zoom link. EduSkills, you can find EduSkills OET Zoom link. One who has said, I have passed with all the 4 modules B, you can enter Zoom clicking that particular link. Or anybody else just want to come and see what is Zoom here, classroom, you can join now. Not all, those until 100 only we will be able to admit. Anybody can join now. Joanna raised your hand. Anything you want to say?
Yes, Father. And I just find reading part A, I always seems to run out of time. And I try to do it in 30 minutes. And I often missed about 2 questions. Is there any better strategy that I can do? I've been following
Yeah,
your
you
strategy.
can. Yeah, at EduSkills YouTube channel, you can find Arya ma'am's explanation.
Yes,
That's
I've been
very, very,
doing that.
very, yeah. Those steps, 12 steps, even I have done it several times. That will help you. Definitely, you have to go through those steps. Or you see the first video, which I uploaded with nearly 1.5 lakhs views. You can find out at EduSkills reading playlist, you can find out the first video. I have given 1 lakh plus views. The thumbnail is 1 lakh plus views.
Okay.
You can watch that as that's a different method. You can try any of these methods.
Okay.
That will be very easy. You can complete it definitely within 10 minutes.
Yes, I
12 or
try
10
to
minutes.
achieve tackling the part A so that will help in part B and C as well.
Yes.
And I'm focusing on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, anybody who are at Zoom at YouTube Live, do you want to enter Zoom? There is a link I have posted. You can just click on that link under EduSkills OET, EduSkills logo, and you can enter here. I'm struggling with reading Sohali Anjum. Cool, ma. I have given you the strategies. Be patient. Go slow. Definitely you'll improve. But practicing so many materials without any strategies will not help you in any way. Okay. You can admit admins. You can admit whoever comes. No issues. If they want to speak something directly to me, let them have a chance. Yes. I'm a beginner. I need regular class. Yeah, Chinu Anand. Yeah. I remember Chinu Anand. You contacted me. Yes. We'll think of you can just contact Manju Shibu, admin Manju Shibu, or Helen. They are in charge of these things. Or any of the admins you can contact via Telegram chat. Okay. Thank you, sir. It was very helpful. Okay, Dr. Masjid. Yes. Yes. Chinju is here in the Zoom. No. Okay. Anything else? Those who have come here, if you want to speak, yeah, please.
For that, I need listening classes also.
Yeah, definitely.
And I need some of the reading material because I cannot focus on the screen more time
Yeah,
for
you can
studying the
download.
session.
You can download from Telegram, main Telegram group, file segment. You have enough materials. You can find in one set all the materials over there, authentic materials. Or else you can go to EduSkills application and download from there.
Okay, Father.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just click on the Telegram link, that name of the Telegram group. Then you will go to different segments. There you can find file segment. Click on the file segment. You have the materials over there.
Okay, Father. Thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? Yeah, those who entered Zoom, do you want to speak anything? Anyone not at YouTube, if you want to just come to the Zoom classroom for a while and discuss something, you can welcome. I have posted the link at the comment space at YouTube. I'm posting it again. Yes, this is the link, EduSkills OET, Zoom link, yes. And soon we'll be ending YouTube and you can discuss here if you have any concerns. Okay. And see that you contact and keep in touch with the admins. So that because sometimes earlier they said you want 20 days class. First day there were only 11 people. Second day there were only 18 people. If I start a batch for 20 days with 18 people, next day there will be 10, another day there will be 7, other day will be 2. Then we will be confused who is teaching whom. One teacher, one student will be possible. Okay. Yes. Right. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Aisha Quran, Alfonso de Silva, Infinity Ryan. I can't open link for Zoom. You can click and definitely people are already here entering. You try again. There are two links, same link. Twice I have posted at YouTube comment space. I'll post again. Once again, you try this link. Okay. Yes, I'm posting it again. Okay. Infinity Ryan, you can try this link. It's working. Hope all at YouTube, those who want to join for discussion have joined the Zoom. So let's conclude at YouTube. Nice, bye, welcome everybody. We will again inform you. Keep in touch with the main platform so that all the links and schedule and the sessions will be known to you. Okay, thank you very much at YouTube. We are concluding YouTube Live.
Thank you, Father.